Hi, it's Charles, and today I want to talk to you about this song that I've been working on my songwriting log. So you'll see new guitar here. This is an Iris DF that I just picked up, and we were on vacation. So on vacation, I brought my Seagull along. We were camping, and so I did not really want to bring a Martin or Collings out there to have it exposed to the mid 80s, high 80s heat of New Mexico. Which is absolutely absurd in March. So what I did instead is I brought my Seagull, and I forgot to bring a change of strings, and my high E string broke as I was tuning it up, because I usually keep that Seagull in like Dadgad or double drop D or something along those lines. And so I did not have this guitar yet because I was going to pick it up after everything had looked good in terms of the weather and whatnot. So I was sitting out there playing the Seagull without the high E string. And so without that high E string, I came up with some drop D type tunings. It was just finger picking, doing a little 3-finger stuff like... and just playing around with that, playing around with some blues progressions as well. So what you haven't heard yet is the second part of this progression. And then there's a third part as well. Now, what I'm really liking about this Iris here, first off, I wanted something slope shoulder, J45-ish. This thing has a little bit longer scale length, so I think it's a little bit punchier, super light build, but it sounds really good in double drop D. So that's the thing about only playing with those 5 strings is this E string became very redundant as soon as I got back to a guitar with 6 strings. So what I do in this situation is I look at how can I make that more of a drone string. And in this particular case, I thought I'm already in drop D. I have a couple of songs already that I play in double drop D, like Last Days of Summer. So let's just try it in double drop D and see how it works, since it's very much just a 1-4-5 progression in D with a little bit of that F. Playing around there, which is basically just like adding that minor third on the bottom of that D chord. And so I thought it sounded really nice. This doesn't use any of the high strings, but this is just a really nice G chord at this point. So usually you get to play those 3 strings in a bar. It's basically a 5th. And what's really cool here is underneath now we got G, B, and D. It's a G chord. So you bar those 3, leave those open, and it gets a much more full sound. I'm really liking how it sounds on this particular guitar, but it'll sound good on any guitar, honestly. I just changed a little bit of where the focus is, so instead of D, G, it's G, and then D, and G, and then A. technically that second part I showed you here, but it's just shortened a little bit. So we just go D, G, D. So that's just a little bit of what I've been working on, what I've been thinking about when I've been writing songs the last week. So anytime I get a chance to just sit down and mess around on a guitar or a mandolin or anything else, I'm probably going to start writing something. And I think, the more I think about it, I was talking to one of my mandolin teachers about this, is it's a big part of how I learn, right? So like I could learn by like writing things down, I could learn by hearing things, but I think for me, the biggest way of learning is synthesizing it and putting it into my own creation. So I'm essentially learning by doing. So if you give me, an arpeggio, I'm going to do that arpeggio, and then I'm going to probably get bored of that arpeggio and start putting it into my own words, essentially. And that's how I've been thinking and approaching a lot of songwriting as well. So you'll notice, like, sometimes my songs have a weird time signature. It's because I've been working on a weird time signature, or have an idea of, like, well, how does this work on a guitar? How does this work on a mandolin? So for me, a big part of this process is also part of the learning process. It's not just the process of repetition only is the way to go. You got to practice, obviously, but sometimes practice can be more creative than just, hey, sit down for 10 minutes, do this, technical exercise, I'm going to work on the song for 10 minutes, I'm going to work on this for another 10 minutes. That's important too, and I can find that teaches me a lot of new things, but once I learn those new things, how do I incorporate it into my own playing? How do I incorporate it and put it out into the world? And so that's what I've been thinking a lot about. I'm not sure this is really anything new necessarily, but I did kind of just find this little hammer-on that for some reason I never really noticed in drop D, where you could, that's fun, and then you're kind of in this weird C chord. And so actually that was the last thing I wrote on this song as I was messing around with it a little bit more. So thank you for listening. I hope this was insightful. Just talking a little bit about the craft of songwriting. In this particular case, a lot about how I'm going about approaching harmonies and just like the craft of this song that I've been working on. It's kind of I almost want to say it's like, to me, has a Southwest kind of desert feel, just because I was sitting outside and it's in the 80s and was playing broken guitar essentially at that point, and wanted something feeling very open and very expansive. So I'm really curious to see where this one goes. I think this is going to be a song with words. I'm not sure what those are quite yet. Another piece and part of my songwriting is I like to be patient. Like, I am more than happy to play something for 6 months. I am more than happy to put something on the shelf for years until I am able to complete it the way that the music demands. So thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be posting a lot more of these songwriting logs. I'm also going to be posting my guitar mandolin logs as well. And thanks for watching. I'll play you out with a little music.